BAMWETH, back here checking out this chart. As we can see, last time when I was making this video, I believe the price was somewhere around here. I did have these levels mapped out. This was the first major support resistance zone, which I mapped out, second one, third, and price has now fallen through this level of support, turned it into resistance, and it has came all the way back down to here and tested this level right now. So we're back at this lower, I guess you could say, like it's like a horizontal channel, where price is just hanging out. If this level does fail, then I guess we're going back to basically the launch or the bottom, like the lowest the price has ever been. Let me go ahead and throw a little ray down here. So that would be the absolute lowest based on this chart, the DEX tools chart. But what can we say from here? What do we think BAM is going to do? So no one knows, right? So, if we go back to my chart, let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. So we have a few levels mapped out. Let me go to this one, it's a little bit cleaner. So we got a few levels mapped out. It's now currently hanging out on the 382. And it can fail it. If it does fail it and come down to this key horizontal, which if you go back, you can see this is when we had a couple of the collapses. This might have been the Celsius collapse right here. So major support turned to resistance, price sold off, came back, and now what I can expect to happen is for a little retracement to happen, for it to back test this previous resistance as support. Could it come down into these levels? Very possibly. It can hit here, maybe swing failure these levels, climb back into the channel and go back up. Now I think if it was to make a move down to these levels, that might be around like a 2% drop, I believe, for Bitcoin, about 5% actually. So if that was to happen, let's go back to BAM here. I would not be surprised if that can be what takes it from these levels down another 80% to the lows that we just mapped out earlier. But like I said before, I think price likes to sweep the lows because there's probably a lot of liquidity down here. Because whoever longed BAM from down here probably put a bunch of stops right below these lows, and there's probably a huge liquidity pool hanging out down here. So with that being said, let me go ahead and actually draw a rectangle, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see if price just comes in and sweeps these lows, right? Grabs some liquidity and ends up moving back up. So what would that look like? Just like this. Sweeps the lows, grabs some liquidity, price pushes back up, retests, and then starts to move up, right? That's like the typical swing failure pattern. I think that's exactly what we can expect from BAM. I like my black backgrounds, what can I say? So that's what I think we can expect. A little sweep of the lows, but to be honest, just like I said, here probably isn't the worst time to get in. Here is even a better time to get in, right? Remember, using risk management, only put in what you are willing to lose. Don't trade with your entire portfolio or savings account. That's just not smart. But if you do have a little extra funds in, and you want to accumulate this for the next bull run, this is another great buying zone. And what would be a better buying zone? Down here. So if it does fail these levels, you might be a little upset because you think, oh my god, I got in too early, but you got to look at the bright side. That just means you're able to get this even cheaper, which means you're now able to get more gains, right? So got in from here, let's just say it goes right back to this resistance. That's 4,000%, right? So you can't be upset if now you're able to get in a little bit lower for more gains, because even just getting in here and it hits the same amount, look at the difference. You're talking 139% compared to 4,000%. So the smart money would love for price to go down a little bit lower, right? Because if it goes back to all-time high and you got in down there, you're talking 11,000%. But this is an interesting coin. Like, I've always said with these, it's just a fun thing to basically play around with. It's a fun coin to put some money into and just see what happens. Don't get emotionally attached to any coin or project. Just get in and get out. Some people get in quick. Those are scalp traders. Some people are in it for the long run. Those are swing traders. And everyone just has their own technical setups, their own trading methods, and no one's really wrong. The only person that is wrong is the person that doesn't use the proper risk management and gets their entire account wiped out. So, you know, BAM could do something like this, keep on going, could make a move like here, gets rejected, bounces around before going higher, could just go up, come down, sweep, get rejected, come down here, sweep these lows, move up higher. There's a lot of things this coin can do. The question is, where do you want to enter? Here, here, or all three. Maybe you have enough liquidity to DCA at all levels. That's probably best. Or maybe you just don't care. You go all in and then you just wait it out, because more than likely by the end of this year, mid next year, this is going to be a lot higher. I would not be surprised if this thing just goes absolutely insane. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for BAM. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe.